Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is for my creators, or should I say my aspiring creators, or people who just want to know a little bit more about how to get started with content creation, launch a YouTube channel, and get monetized. You know, today's video is also a celebration of sorts. If you're new here, I'm Sid, and I make videos about creating a life I love to live. And I have officially been sharing my journey on YouTube for a year now. And it's been an incredible year with a lot of lessons learned and a lot of support. So I'm very grateful to everyone who subscribed, watched a video, clicked like, shared a video, commented. Thank you all for your support over this past year. So in honor of that, I want to share some tips for getting started on YouTube, some encouragement, what to know about getting monetized, and how much I got paid in my first ever YouTube check. So keep in mind, this is all from the perspective of someone who's been doing this for a year, who is monetized, and who is also a nano creator, which typically refers to someone who has less than 10,000 followers or subscribers. I feel like a lot of times you hear content creator journey advice from people who have a huge amount of followers, a huge platform, and that is fantastic, but I think it's important to consider experiences from people at any level. So let's get into it. So first off is deciding why to even create a YouTube channel in the first place. Understand your why, decide your why, and be confident in your why, because that is going to keep you consistent. For me, I got to the point in my life where I felt like I had something to share with the world and I was ready to share it. So those two things matched up for me at the same time. And I was just really interested in documenting my life more. Even if no one else wanted to watch it, no one else cared what I had to say, I was interested in documenting my life more, my journey, and creating something that I felt good about. And I just love YouTube. Figuring out your why has a bit to do with figuring out your niche too, or figuring out if you even want to have a niche at all. For me, I knew that I wanted to focus on how I'm creating a life that I love to live in my 30s and all the ways that that means for me. So working on my mindset, improving my finances, having great travel experiences and things like that. All of that goes into my channel. And I want to inspire others as they're on that same journey. So all of that goes into my why. So if you're thinking about creating a channel, really sit with your why and be confident in it. Okay, now coming up with content ideas. You do have to have something to talk about. So create a list of ideas that you want to build videos on for your platform. Depending on your niche, or if you're even a niche kind of person, coming up with some content ideas may be easy for you, or maybe it's not. For me, I think about a combination of things when I'm coming up with ideas for my channel. I think about what I'm experiencing lately, what kind of topics are resonating with me, but I also think about what do people want to know? What are people looking for? And what are other people talking about that I can have a say in? So I think about all of that and I write my ideas down. Then when I'm ready to work on a particular video topic, I use my Notion, or you can use whatever app that you like or whatever notebook that you have around you, and I outline the points that I want to hit on in that video. And if it's a video that has a little more movement, like a travel vlog or some type of vlog, I still do the same thing. I still think about the points that I want to hit on, but I also strategize about the storyline and about the kind of scenes that I need to share. Now let's move on to equipment. If you want to post a video, you are going to need some tools. Trust me, you do not need a lot to get started. So don't start making excuses about why you can't launch your channel because you don't have the perfect setup. Use what you have. Take action with what you have. Really, all you need is a smartphone, a way to edit and export your footage, and internet access to post your video to the world. My current setup is actually pretty similar to what I used to make my very first video on YouTube. I use my iPhone 13 Pro to record every video that you see. I do have an external mic. It's a Rode mic for my audio. I use a tripod to keep my phone stable. I still use iMovie on my Mac to make these videos, and I used to use SoundCloud to look for music that wouldn't give me a copyright claim on my videos. It's a very simple setup. I promise you don't need a lot to get started, and you don't necessarily need all the things that I just listed to get started. I mean, a phone, a way to prop your phone up, and something to edit with is enough to make your video. I launched my channel, I got monetized, I've worked with brands, all using this simple setup. Now, as time has gone on, I have gotten some more tools to help with my setup. I have tripods of different sizes, I have a gimbal, I have lights set up as I record these videos. I have different external mics for my sound. I pay for a service that connects me to music that I can use on YouTube. But I wouldn't say those are all necessary to get started. I started with what I had, and then I expanded my equipment to fit my growing needs. And when it comes to creating thumbnails for my channel, I use Canva and Procreate on my iPad. Procreate is a paid app, but you can use Canva for free on, your phone, your iPad, or on the web. Canva has a lot of templates to help you get started. So you do need some tools to launch a channel, but you don't need a lot. When it comes to launching your channel and maintaining your channel, you do need some consistency. Build a schedule of content creation that you can stick with. And what I mean by that is have your days that you know you can record, the days that you know you can edit and work on that thumbnail, and the days that you know you can upload your footage and schedule it to go live. Having a schedule will help keep you accountable and keep you consistent. I would also highly recommend that you do not launch your channel until you have about 3 videos ready to go that are scheduled out at some kind of regular interval that you can keep up with when it comes to uploading. So whether that's, uploading a video weekly, bi-weekly, whatever, have a regular schedule that you can keep up with and 3 videos ready to go. So while those 3 videos are scheduled and waiting to go live, be working on new content based on that content schedule you have set up. So be recording new videos and editing those and scheduling those to go live. That will help your channel consistently have something to offer viewers when you first get started. I am not perfect on this by any means. I try to stick to a schedule, but I really think having those 3 videos ready to go and having that content schedule is so key, especially when you're first launching a channel. Okay, so now you've done all this work and you've got content on your channel. Here's what to know about getting monetized. Your channel can be monetized on YouTube once you're a member of the YouTube Partner Program. And to join that program, you have to have 500 subscribers, 3 valid public uploads in the last 90 days, and either 3,000 public watch hours on your YouTube videos in the past 12 months, or 3 million watch hours on public YouTube Shorts in the past 90 days. And you need to have a Google AdSense account that's connected to your YouTube account so that you can be paid. Now, when I started, things looked a little bit different. YouTube Shorts weren't even monetized yet. I had to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours in the past 12 months to qualify. So I think that the current eligibility requirements are a little more relaxed, which is good. I think it's good. I'm not hating. Like, this is easier to get your channel monetized. Please do what you have to do and get that money. So for me, I started my channel in September 2022, and by early that next January, I was invited to become a member of the YouTube Partner Program, and shortly after, I was accepted. My first YouTube check was $506.86, and I got paid that check in February. So I launched my channel in September, joined the program in January, and got my first check in February. Now, just because my first check looked like this doesn't mean every check and every month is looking like this, okay? It really can fluctuate. So after you get monetized, don't be surprised by fluctuations. It really does depend on the viewership that your channel is getting. Also, don't be surprised if some months you don't receive a payment. You do have to reach a minimum payment threshold in order for Google AdSense to pay money to you, and that amount is $100. So if your Google AdSense account is under $100, Google AdSense is going to hold on to that money until your channel gets the viewership that it needs to reach that minimum payment threshold, that $100, to make that payment to you. Now, once you're monetized, you do have to keep up with some stuff to remain monetized. I believe if you don't keep up with those thousands of watch hours you need in a 12-month span, you could be kicked out of the program. So don't get excited about now being monetized and then start slacking off and then just quit making videos unless for some reason you just want to stop making videos. And of course, keep following the guidelines of what counts as appropriate content to make for your channel. Honestly, I was not expecting to get monetized when I did because, getting that 1,000 subscribers, now it's 500, but at the time, getting however many subscribers I needed, getting all of those watch hours seemed so difficult. That journey looks different for everybody. But I had a video at the end of 2022 where I broke down my budgeting philosophy, the budgeting method that I used to pay off over $70,000 in debt, the budgeting method that I still use to keep me afloat every month, all these things that went into how I keep track of my finances every month, and that video really took off. And I think that's because, the end of the year, going into a new year, people want to build good habits. People want to get their money right. People want to get better. So that video really helped me reach the stats I needed to get monetized. And that's why by that next January, I was invited to join the program. And honestly, that was not strategic on my end as far as timing, but it is good to think about the algorithm and think about what it takes for you to break through and get those views. So thank you to everyone who watched that video, because that really it changed my life, honestly. It changed my life, and it changed the trajectory of this channel. There you have it, you guys. Those are some things to keep in mind when getting started with a YouTube channel or content creation in general and getting monetized on YouTube. Let me know what kind of content you make in the comments, and let me know what kind of content you hope to make or the kind of content you like to watch. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.